obviously what they didn't count on was that this young kid was someone who was a crack shot. They didn't know that. Nobody knew that. I took my gun and put it on his face. Fuego. You're a dead man. I am in this boy that passed me like this. I'm not kidding, sweetie. I swear to you, I fell in love with you going with me. I'm leaving on a flight that's going to Saigon in 1 hour.
It's kind of ironic because my father has always lived a sort of larger-than-life existence, talking about hobnobbing with the Pope and, you know, being a Green Beret in Vietnam and parachuting into the jungle with General Westmoreland. What's interesting is that he gave me this gift that I brought into my professional life, which was the ability to sort of navigate lots of different types of situations, the ability to be a chameleon. I think I've been searching for the truth about my father since I was a kid. And that led me on a journey after college of 4 years of traveling. I spent 2 years in Israel, 6 months in Tokyo, 2 months in India. Then I traveled all over Europe, all over South America. I thought I was searching for the truth about my father, and really I was searching for the truth about myself. For 2 years, he came over to my house once a week, and we talked about his life. And over the course of these interviews, I realized that his stories couldn't possibly be true. Every time I looked inside of a box, there was another box inside of it. It was like Russian nesting dolls. And I kept digging and digging and digging. A book was inevitable, but it's not the book that I ended up publishing. I wrote about 350 pages, and I realized that this was going in the garbage, not on the bookshelf. I wasn't ready to truly dig deep into the emotional aspect of what it is to expose the truth about a parent. When I was writing the books, in a way, I didn't have the buffer of cartooning. It was just this naked prose on the page, and I was too afraid to really tell the truth. And I found myself sort of, you know, holding back while I was writing in a way that I've never held back in my cartoons. I knew every single thing about my father when I was 7 years old. And I have always talked about my father truthfully in my cartoons, and I needed to go back to that as an adult. The process of writing this book was intense. I was working at Glamour magazine full-time for 4 years, so I would write in the morning, I would write after work, I would write on the weekends. I tend to do most of my writing in coffee shops: Smooch, Bittersweet, Housing Works, Doma, Norwood, Grounded. I even cartoon sometimes on the subway. I've never thought of myself as someone who set out to do a graphic memoir. I'm a writer who happens to be able to draw cartoons. But in this case, the story dictated the form. I've been cartooning about my father since I was a little kid, and that's the way I've always made sense of his story. That's the way I've always approached his story fearlessly, and that's the way I needed to tell his story as an adult.